Welcome to ENN On Air, our digital news show giving you the stories of today. I'm Seamus Lappin, and thank you for joining us. Elon announced that it is moving away from Moodle, its current learning management system, and transitioning to a new one. ENN's Angelina Fantaroni has the rundown on what the community can expect.
Looking to turn in an assignment? Elon students may be used to Moodle, but next year, it's going to look a whole lot different because Elon's making a transition. Canvas, a similar school assignment platform, will become the next Moodle for Elon students. Kelly Reamer, Senior Director of Teaching and Learning Technologies at Elon, says that the university did an overall evaluation of Moodle.
We really learned through that process that although Moodle was meeting needs in particular areas, it was missing the mark in other areas.
Canvas training will be given to faculty first, and according to Reamer, 50% of students at Elon have used Canvas before.
So then once they've got their system up and running and they feel comfortable with their courses, of course, then we're going to offer the support for our students as well.
Even abroad in France, some Elon students are already using Canvas, like sophomore Autumn Kelly, who says she is not a huge fan of the platform.
Canvas has like a bajillion different pages you can go to and different channels, I guess, compared to Moodle.
No spring courses will be impacted by this transition. Angelina Fantaroni, ENN Tonight.
Queen's University of Charlotte also uses Canvas, but Reamer says that the biggest factor is identifying a system that would meet the needs of the Elon community. Early voting started on the 12th, but Elon is one of the many North Carolina universities that wasn't chosen as an early voting site. In the past, Elon was an early voting site for the presidential and midterm elections, but not typically for primaries. Assistant Dean of Campus Life Bob Frigo told Elon News Network that though Elon was up for hosting and was even reached out to by the Alamance County Board of Elections, the state board struck down the request. There is an expected higher early voter turnout, but Elon still wasn't chosen to help out. Frigo wrote he was disappointed Elon wasn't selected as a polling place, and some other students at other universities that were also not chosen sued the State Board of Elections over this issue, because they say it's important for students to also vote. On March 3rd, voters will pick nominees for the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives. A new aircraft manufacturing facility for JetZero, an aerospace company, is coming to the Piedmont Triad Airport. JetZero's goal is to create planes that are more efficient. The company has partnered with some big names like NASA, Delta Airlines, and they also won a grant from the United States Air Force. The co-founder and CEO of JetZero, Tom O'Leary, visited campus to talk to Elon students. ENN's Charlotte Fabi sat down with him to ask about the plans for the PTI facility and what advice he has for college students. Let's take a look at part of this interview.
You announced that you would be building your first manufacturing facility here in North Carolina in Greensboro at the Piedmont Triad Airport. What were the key factors in that decision, and how do you see this, benefiting JetZero?
Well, that team and their partnership ability. So it was Josh Stein and Lee Lilly who runs who runs the economic development there, and there were a host of other folks that were involved. And they really inspired us about North Carolina being this really, great place to build a business. And we looked at all the factors, and one of them was, of course, what is the caliber of the educational system that surrounds the area. So obviously there's great universities here, and we really like that.
Here at Elon, there's students that are doing the same thing that you're doing and might want to go into aerospace, but they're not studying that. What advice do you have for them or about wanting to build a career?
Be confident in the quality of your liberal arts education. You have a tremendous advantage. And I would urge anyone at Elon to be super confident, because as we go forward into a world of AI, you have people spending a lot on their very hyper-specialized degrees, and I just see the value of that. I'm long on liberal arts, and I'm a short seller on hyper-specialized college degrees.
Governor Josh Stein says that 14,000 jobs will be added from the new facility. And for the full interview with the CEO of JetZero, visit our YouTube channel, Elon News Network. An annual event that remembers Alamance history, a vigil for a lynching victim, Wyatt Outlaw. Our Angelina Fantaroni has the importance behind his legacy.
The vigil started with a prayer.
We say that Black lives stolen by violence will be remembered with dignity.
And continued with a song. This year, co-author of his book about Outlaw's life in Graham, Sylvester Allen Jr., shared passages with the crowd. He says the vigil brings much-needed awareness.
There's been so much turmoil and civil unrest that a story like Wyatt Outlaw really puts things into perspective.
Candles were given to people to raise during This Little Light of Mine. Co-curator of the coalition, Lashana Austria, says events like this are important because these stories are not usually taught in schools, but she thinks they should be.
All of our children, all of our folks here locally and broadly should know about racial terror lynching, and so that we can learn from those stories, learn from that history, and make sure that we move in a different way going forward.
Attendees were given the chance to touch the dirt from Outlaw's lynching site at the end of the vigil. Angelina Fancheroni, ENN Tonight.
Allen Jr.'s book is available at the Alamance County Cultural Arts and History Center. Elon Women's Track and Field won the 2026 Coastal Athletic Association Indoor Championship on Sunday. This isn't the first time the Phoenix have taken the crown. Track and Field last won in 2023, and two individual champs to watch are Elon Jr.'s Adriana Clark and Abby Bevel, as they claim titles in weight throwing and the 1 mile. Clark broke her own school record for the second time this year, improving her best by .43 meters. The team now turns its attention to the outdoor season, where they were CAA champions in 2025. In true Mardi Gras fashion, McCrary Theater got a taste of New Orleans with a jazz concert. ENN's Abby Gravely has more.
Tuba Skinny's concert was full of foot tapping and unique instruments. The 7-piece ensemble gave a 2-set performance as part of Elon's annual jazz festival. Assistant Professor of Music and Director of Jazz Studies, Alex Heidinger, says that the concert helps bring his students an experience that goes beyond the classroom.
I think this kind of music is way better live, even than on recordings. You know, it's sometimes hard listening to those old scratchy recordings and really getting a feel for it. So a group like this really brings it to life.
Elon's students weren't the only ones invited. Mary Catherine Murray is a resident at Burlington's Twin Oaks retirement home. Murray says she isn't typically a jazz fan, but the band's name caught her eye.
I actually thought it was going to be a whole group of tubas on this.
Though there was only one tuba, Murray enjoyed the energetic music and says that she'll take any opportunity to come to events at Elon. Abby Gravely, ENN Tonight.
This 6-day jazz festival included concerts, guest musicians, and workshops for college, high school, and middle school musicians. That's all we have for you this evening. Thanks again for watching ENN On Air. For all the news you need to know when we're not on air, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com, and follow us at social media at Elon News Network. Have a great night, Elon.